Breaking news. Josh McDaniels proved that all the harm he could do to the Raiders he accomplished, but it cost him dearly. We know how it all ended. Today's news is about how different the fate of the Raiders could be if the quarterback Dave Ziegler wanted had a contract. But before we continue, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Only here you will have the latest Raiders news carefully selected by our team. Despite being linked to a number of top quarterbacks in the 2023 NFL Draft, they decided to roll with Jimmy Garoppolo, who was benched right after McDaniels was fired. The Raiders strongly considered trading up in the draft to select a quarterback. The problem is that McDaniels liked Bryce Young, who ended up with the Carolina Panthers, while former general manager Dave Ziegler wanted C.J. Stroud, who was drafted by the Houston Texans. Dave felt he was a generational talent, and Kelly loved him. Z had done his research. He knew the cost to move up to number 1 and even number 2, a source told Carpenter in a November 3-0 column. He felt the cost was cheap, and he was willing to do almost anything that didn't include Max Crosby. He and Josh agreed that the price of number 1 was too high, but Z wanted to move up to number 2 and grab Stroud. He could have made the deal. He also knew Stroud would allow McDaniels to show the fans and the owner that an identity would be established. Josh was willing to move up for Bryce Young, but as expected, he went number 1, and Stroud to the Raiders had long been dead. Through their rookie seasons, Stroud looks like the far better quarterback. He's led the Texans to his 6-5 record and has thrown 19 touchdowns to just 5 interceptions. Meanwhile, Young has led the Panthers to an NFL worst 1-10 record while throwing 9 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. If C.J. Stroud played at the same level with the Raiders as he has been with the Texans, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler would almost certainly still have their jobs. NFL Network's Ian Rappaport confirmed the divide between Ziegler and McDaniels when it came to the top quarterbacks in the draft in a November 30th X post. C.J. Stroud isn't exactly playing with a loaded offense. Head coach DeMeco Ryans has a defensive background, and the Texans' best wide receiver is rookie third-round pick Tank Dell. It's easy to see Stroud having more success with 3-time All-Pro wide receiver Davante Adams. It's impossible to know if Stroud would be as good as he is right now had he joined the Raiders, but he would have at least given owner Mark Davis a reason to be patient. Losing with a rookie quarterback who is figuring out his place in the NFL is more palatable than losing with an expensive veteran quarterback who is supposed to be familiar with the system. With Stroud looking like a generational talent as the undisputed leader of the Houston Texans, the Raiders once again missed an opportunity to bring in a player they could build around. Stroud has been the cream of the crop thus far, which must be painful for the now unemployed Ziegler to see. The implication of the aforementioned reports is that the Texans may have been willing to trade down with the Raiders and pass on Stroud. The trajectory of the two franchises could be vastly different right now. Thank you for watching our video. Turn on notifications, subscribe to the channel, and leave a like. Help our content reach other Raiders fans. Soon we will bring more news about our silver and black.